Hello, Minglaba Dhamma class. My name is Kazanjo, and my Buddhist name is Jana Bali, which means power of concentration. Today, I will be your presenter for part 1 of this Dhamma class. Today's Dhamma class is on Sunday, December 14th, 2025. We meet every Sunday at 4 o'clock p.m. Arizona and Pacific Time. Anyone interested in Buddhist teachings is welcome to join us on Zoom. Use the ID 413-460-4622 and the password Buddha20, all lowercase. Remember, the Zoom ID and password will stay the same every week. First, 3 individuals will chant the Buddha Gamana Gata, Surya Gata, and Yojino Gata. These chants will then be followed by Part 1A, Offerings, taking the Tisarana and precepts, the Metta chant, and meditation. Part 1B, Adhitthana, determination, mindfulness on death, wishing, and sharing. Part 2, Parita chanting, discussions, questions and answers, translations from the prayer book, and some kids reciting Pali prayers from the book. Today's substitute will be Hina Aung. So Hina Aung, please be ready and prepared. Before we begin, here are some important rules and regulations. If you're reading a substitution or participating in Part 1A, please try to join the Zoom meeting at least 5 minutes early. Please do not eat or drink during the prayer time, as it is very disrespectful. If you're hungry, make sure to eat before joining the meeting next time. Sit up straight and center yourself in front of your camera. Keep your camera on at all times or you may be removed from the meeting. If you're not a part of the Dhamma class, you're free to turn off your camera. Please don't fidget or play around, as it can disturb others who are praying. The prayer session is only 15 minutes, so please be mindful and respectful. For those chanting, please chant clearly and slowly so that others can follow along. We would greatly appreciate it if everyone stays respectfully until the end of the meeting. Now, please put your hands together. We'll begin with Buddha Gamanagata. We believe you'll do great.
Buddha Gamanagata Angirasasa Unaya Tatahi Sedaram Siyo Vajirawa Virojanti Jino Metatu Si Sakem Nilayo Nilatana Ma Pito Data Ja Lohita Dhamma Ja Manjita Nikamim Subhabasara Sadhu 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 Malawakagata So Aham Vicharisami Gama Gamam Pura Puram Namasa Manosam Buddham Dhammasa Cha Sudamadam Edena Sachawajena Soti Meho Du Sabada Soti Teho Du Sabada
Surya Gata Namo De Buddha Viratu Vipamuto Si Sabadi Sambada Patipanosmi Dasame Saranam Bhava Tathagatam Arahantam Suryo Saranam Gato Rahu Suryam Pamunchasu Buddha Lokanukambaka Yo Endakare Damasi Babam Karo Vero Jano Mandali Ugatejo Marahu Kili Jara Mandalike Bajam Mamam Rahu Pamunja Suryam Etena Sachawajena Soti me hotu sabada Soti te hotu sabada
Alexander, it is your turn. Hina, could you please substitute for Alexander on Book 1, page 11, Offering of Light and Flower?
Anasarapatitena dipena Dhammadamsina Dilokadipam Sambudam Pujayami Dhammonudam Vanaganda Gunopedam Etam Kusuma Santatim Pujayami Munindasa Siripada Saroruhe
Adivasetu nobante paniyam parikapitam anukampam upadaya patikanatu uttama. Adivasetu nobante bhojanam parikapitam anukampam upadaya patikanatu uttama.
Ogata, Kayakan, Wesikan, Manogan, Dabadota, Katendo, Apirogo, Diapazi, Ajonga, Bedema, Dudia, Tetia, the J, Nejay, Don't J, Meow Ow, Paya Yedena, Teya Yedena, Tanga Yedena, Yedena Mieton Barogo, Ayoate, Alea Miet, Lesso Moyue, Shiko Buzo, Humio Man Shop, Gadova E, Pushimpia, Gadoyato, a Joa Jump, a Peliba, Katomba, Yepishipa, Yandu Nyonaba, Wipeti de Aliba, Yedena de Yana Baroma, a car de Kilonadi Priwe, Medeya, Podeya, Neiban, Deado Meko, Yabalo E, a Shimpeya, Bawentine.
Aham bante tisara nena saha nawanga sampanagadam uposata silam daman yajami anugaha katuva silam deta me bante Tutiyapi aham bante tisara nena saha nawaga sapanagasam oposata silam daman yajami anugaham katuva silam deta me bante Tatiyampi aham bante tisara nena saha nawaga sapanagadam oposata silam damen yajami anugaham katuva silam deta me bante amabante. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa. Buddham saranam gacchami. Dhamman saranam gacchami, Sangham saranam gacchami, Dutiyampi Buddham saranam gacchami, Dutiyampi Dhamman saranang gacchami. Dutiyampi Sangha saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi Buddhang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi Dhamman saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi Sangha saranang gacchami. Amabante.
Panatipada Viramani Sikhabden Samadhiyami. Adena Dana Viramani Sikhabden Samadhiyami. Abrahmacharya Viramani Sikhabden Samadhiyami. Musawada Viramani Sikhabden Samadhiyami. Suramiraya Majapamada Dana Viramani Sikhabden Samadhiyami. Vikala Bojana Viramani Sikhabden Samadhiyami. Najagita Wadita Visuka Dasana Malagenda Vilepana Dharana Mandana Vibhusana Dana Viramani Sikhabden Samadhiyami. Ujjasayana Mahasayana Viramani Sikhabden Samadhiyami. Metta sahagatena citasa sabapana bhutesu paridwang viharane samadhiyami. Amabande by one time.
Supatipano Bhagavato Sāvaka Sangho. Ujjupatipano Bhagavato Sāvaka Sangho. Nayapatipano Bhagavato Sāvaka Sangho.
Next.
Swagato Bhagavata Dhamma Sanditiko Akaliko Ehipasiko Opaneyiko Pochudemeti Tabo Vinyohi.
Supatipano Bhagavato Sāvaka Sangho. Ujjopatipano Bhagavato Sāvaka Sangho. Nayapatipano Bhagavato Sāvaka Sangho. Samijjipatipano Bhagavato Sāvaka Sangho. Yadidam Jatari Purisam Yugani Eta Purisa Pukala Esa Bhagavato Sāvaka Sangho. Ahuneyo Pahuneyo Dec14th Anjali Karaneyo Anotarambuna Keta Lokasa by one time.
Aham aviro homi avyapado homi anigo homi sukhi atanam pariharami mama mata pitu acharyata nyatimitata sabrahmacharinota avirahontu avyapadahantu anigahontu sukhi atanam parihantu amakam araka dewata imam samim awase imam samim arame araka dewata avirahontu avyapadahantu anigahontu sukhi atanam parihantu. Sabe satta, sabe bana, sabe buddha, sabe bugala, sabe atapa pariyapana, saba itio, sabe purisa, Sabe Arya, Sabe Anarya, Sabe Dewa, Sabe Manusa, Sabe Vinipatika, Awera Hontu, Abya Baja Hontu, Aniga Hontu, Sukhiyatana Pariharantu, Dukha Mujantu, Yada Lada Sampantito, Mawi Gajantu Kamasaka.
Himaya Tisaya Dakinaya Tisaya Pachimaya Tisaya Uttaraya Tisaya Purtimaya Anudisaya Dakinaya Anudisaya Pachimaya Anudisaya Uttaraya Anudisaya Hetimaya Tisaya Uparimaya Tisaya. Sabe Sata, Sabe Bana, Sabe Buddha, Sabe Bugala, Sabe Atabawa Pariyapana, Sabe Saba Itio, Sabe Purisa, Sabe Arya, Sabe Anarya, Sabe Dewa, Sabe Manusa, Sabe Winipatika, Awera Hontu, Apya Baja Hontu, Aniga Hontu, Sukiyatanam Purharantu, Dukha Muchantu, Yadalada Sampatito, Maui Gachantu, Kamasaka.
Udam yawa, bawaga cha, ado yawa, awi cito, santa chaka, walesil, ye sata, padawi jara, abya baja, nimera cha, nuduka cha, nubadawa, udam yawa, bawaga cha, ado yawa, awi cito, Samanta Jaka Walesil Ye Sata Udake Jara Abya Baja Niraja Niduka Ja Nupadawa Udam Yawa Boaga Ja Ado Yawa Awi Jito Samanta Jaka Walesil Ye Sata Akase Jara Abya Baja Nira Cha Niruka Cha Nubadawa Sadhu Sadhu Sadhu. Valentine.
Now we will learn how to meditate by Chloe, Valerie, Hema Ong, Kazanjo, and May Thun.
What is meditation? Meditation is a way to keep the mind cool and calm by concentrating on one object. There are many ways to meditate. In our Dhamma class, primarily we study Anapanasati and body scanning meditation. In Anapanasati, a natural focus is your own breath, which is always with you. If you simply keep feeling the breath as it comes in and as it goes out, the mind gets quieter and more peaceful. In body scanning meditation, you scan your whole body from head to toe, from the front and the back. The only trouble is something will always take your attention away, maybe a noise or a pain in the knee, but often your own mind is the problem. It is so full of useless stuff. Like a monkey jumping here and there, it is so hard to control. To become the master of your mind, you need some lessons, enough time, and a good place to learn how to practice. With enough practice, meditation helps replace bad thoughts and feelings with happy ones.
Why do we meditate? By learning how to control the mind, we start to get rid of negative habits and develop good mental qualities instead. If your mind is cool, you make good decisions, you don't get confused, you make less mistakes, you don't get angry or feel afraid, and you become more confident. If your mind is calm, you become peaceful and happy, you are less worried and frustrated, you don't get stressed about work or exams, you develop compassion and kindness, and you have more harmonious relationships. If your mind is concentrated, you get less distracted by useless things, you find it easier to focus and learn, you perform better in sports and games, and You make better music and art, and you will be more trustworthy.
What is the difference between samatha and vipassana? Samatha meditation and vipassana meditation are two different types of meditation. Samatha aims at achieving deep concentration, while vipassana aims at understanding both the body and mind. In samatha meditation, the focus is solely on one object to attain deep concentration, such as by fixing the mind on a single point. In contrast, vipassana meditation involves observing various mental and physical processes as they occur. During samatha meditation, when the mind wanders, we bring it back to the chosen object. However, in vipassana meditation, when the mind wanders, we observe it without trying to control it. Only when the distraction fades do we return our focus to the primary object. These differences in focus and approach distinguish the two types of meditation.
Guided muscle relaxation meditation. We are going to practice guided muscle relaxation meditation. Before we begin, please straighten your body, center yourself in the middle of your camera, put your hands together with the right on top of the left with your thumbs connected, and place them in your lap. Then close your eyes. Step 1, when I say a group of muscle, focus on the group of muscles you hear and feel the tenseness in them. Step 2, mentally relax those group of muscles. Step 3, feel those muscles completely relaxed. Let's start. Your scalp muscles, all the muscles on your head are relaxed. Your forehead and eyebrows are relaxed. Your eyes, ears, nose, lips, and chin are relaxed. Your neck and shoulders are relaxed. Your arms, forearms, wrists, hands, and fingers are relaxed. Your chest and upper back are relaxed. Your abdomen and lower back are relaxed. Your hips and thighs are relaxed. Your knees and legs are relaxed. Your ankles, feet, and toes are relaxed. Now your whole body from head to toe fully relaxed.
Now we're going to advance to body scanning meditation. Imagine you're holding a scanner in your hand. You are going to scan your whole body from head to toe and from the front and the back. Begin at the top of your head and slowly let your attention move down through your body little by little. Imagine a warm energy flowing gently inside you. If you find a place that feels stuck, pause there, take a calm breath, and picture it relaxing. Once it feels open, keep moving down all the way to the tip of your toes. Let's begin by scanning the front of your body. Start at the top of your head and move slowly downward. Top of your head, forehead and face, front of your neck, front of your shoulders, upper chest, lower chest and abdomen, front of your hips, front of your thighs, front of your knees, and the front of your legs. Now bring your attention to your back. Beginning at your heels, slowly scan upward. Back of your legs, back of your knees, back of your thighs, back of your hips, your lower back, your upper back, the back of your shoulders, back of your neck, back of your head, and the top of your head. Now you have successfully finished one cycle of body scanning meditation. Now you are going to practice another cycle on your own. You can switch the order, either go down the front and up the back, or up the back and down the front. Once all the energy channels are open, your body will feel very light. It will feel as if you're riding on a calm ocean wave. We're now done meditating.
Dukkha patta ni dukkha, baya patta ni baya, sokha patta ni sokha, hontu sabe pipanino. Nahi verena verani samantita kutajanam averena ja samanti esatamo santano.
Sabha papasa akranam, kusalasa upasabara, jajita puyo dapanam, eta budana sasanam.
Marna me duam, jivitam me aduam, idam me punyam, nibbana sapajayo hotu, imam punya bhagam, sapasatanam bhajima, sadhu, 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 Bhavantam. It is now part 2 of the Dhamma class. Again, please do not eat anything. However, drinking water is not fine. So we'll be starting off with prayer number 1, which is Chant of Metta Sutta by Mason D, Chloe, Amara, Mithun, Helen Ong, Grace and Brian, Mate, Noel, Valerie, Shintha, Marinda, and Rebecca and Cynthia.
Metta Sutta Yasano Bhavato Yaga Nevada Santi Pisanam Yanhi Jewa Nuyun Janto Ratim Diva Matandito Dukam Supati Sudoja Papam Kanchi Napasati Evamati Kunu Petam Paritam Tam Panamahe Taraniya Mata Kusalena Yanta Santam Padam Abisameja Sako Ujuja Suhojuja Suwajo Jasamudu Anadimani Santu Sagaja Subaraja Abakijaja Salahukawati Santindriyaja Nipagaja Abagabo Kuleswa Nanugida
Nachakuda Machare Kinchi Yena Winyupare Upawadeyun Tsukino wa Kemi no Hontu Sabasata Bhavantu Sukhitata
Yekechi Bana Bhutati Dasawa Tawarawa Nawasesa Digawa Yewa Mahanta Majima Rasaka Anukatula
Ditawa Yewa Adita Yewa Dure Wasanti Awidure Budawa Sambawe Siwa Sabasata Bawandu Sukitata
Na Paroparam Niku Peta Na Atimaneta Katachina Kanchi Yarosana Vedika Sanya Nanya Manyasa Duka Michaya
Matayata Niyam Puta Mayusa Eka Puta Manurake Ewampi Sababu Desu Manasambhavaye Aparimanam Nitancha Sabbalokasmi Manasambhavaye Aparimanam Udam Adocha Tiriyancha Asambadam Awira Masabatam
Bijanjaram Nisino wa Sayano Yawadasa Vidamido Idam Satim Aditeya Brahma Midam Vihara Midamahu
Didencha Anubagama Silawa Dasanena Sampano Kamesu Vinaya Gedam Nahi Jadu Kabaseya Punaredi Metasudam Nididam Sadhu 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 by one time.
We will now be moving on to program number 2, which is Basic Buddhism. First by Noelle, Shinta, and Tiffany, then by Chloe, Lasanda, and Valerie, then by Nieta and Grace, then by Alexander, Alante, and Xingling, then by Emira and Mate, and lastly by the Zinzhou and Helion.
Hello everyone, my name is Noel and my Buddhist name is Wanapalat, which means power personality. So today I'll be joined by my Dhamma friends, Shinda and Tiffany. So could you please introduce yourselves?
Hello, Dhamma class. My name is Shinta. My Buddhist name is Moka Bali, which means freedom keeper. So, Tiffany, can you please introduce yourself?
Hello, Dhamma class. My name is Tiffany. My Buddhist name is Antapali, which means peacekeeper. So, Noel, what are we going to be talking about today?
Today we'll be talking about Panchasila. So everyone please listen carefully because we'll be asking questions at the end. And I'll start. What is Panchasila? Panchasila refers to the 5 precepts in Buddhism, which are basic guidelines for good behavior. They help protect our senses and guide us to live better lives.
1. Do not harm living beings. This teaches kindness and compassion, helping us control anger and hate. 2. Do not take what is not given. Avoid stealing and taking more than you should, and practice honesty and generosity.
3. Avoid sexual misconduct. Respect others and control desires, showing care for people's safety. 4. Do not lie. Be truthful and avoid lying. Cheating or gossiping to gain advantage. 5. Avoid alcohol and drugs. Stay mindful and self-controlled, not escaping reality through substances. Now we're asking questions.
My first question to Sumyapir is, what is Panchasila?
Panchasila is the 5 precepts in Buddhism that guide us to live kindly, honestly, and respectfully.
Yes, that is correct. Shinta, please ask the next question.
My question is to Hema, and what does do not harm living beings mean?
It means being kind to all creatures and controlling our anger so we don't hurt others.
That's correct. Tiffany, what is your question?
My question is to Sumyapit, and why should we avoid taking what is not given?
It teaches us to be honest and not take things that don't belong to us.
Yes, that's correct.
My last question to Hema is, what does avoid alcohol and drugs teach us?
It helps us stay mindful and in control of ourselves, making good decisions.
Yes, that is correct, and thank you for listening.
It is now Chloe, Lasanda, and Valerie's turn.
Hello, Nangloba. My name is Chloe Chang, and my Buddhist name is Diti Bali, which means keeper of wisdom. I live in Chino Hills, California. So today, my 2 dear Dhamma friends will be joining me. So Lasanda, please introduce yourself.
Hello, Minglaba. My name is Lasanda and my Buddhist name is Dandapali, which means keeper of beauty and smart. So, Valerie. And I live in Jacksonville, Florida. So, Valerie, please introduce yourself.
Hello, Mingalaba. My name is Valerie Chow, and my Buddhist name is Dhanapali, which means the keeper of charity. I live in Chino Hills, California. So, Chloe, what will we be talking about today?
We will be talking about bhavana, so I'll go first. Please listen carefully because we will be asking some questions at the end. What is bhavana? The Pali word bhavana means meditation, which is a way to train the mind. The word bhavana means development, referring to the growth and improvement of the mind. Buddha believed that everything starts in a person's mind.
A well-trained mind is calm, controlled, and always learning. It doesn't get stuck on things that cause stress or boredom, but stays alert, exploring the secrets and challenges of life. A mind like this is a person's greatest treasure.
Today, many people around the world practice meditation. They realize that taking time for quiet thinking and deep reflection is important for their well-being, no matter what technique or philosophy they follow. Now we will be asking questions. So Chloe, please ask your first questions.
So my first question is to Julia, and it is, what does bhavana mean?
Bhavana means meditation, which helps train the mind.
That is correct. So Lasanda, please ask your next question.
So my next question is to Miss Cindy. So Miss Cindy, what does bhavana help to develop?
Bhavana helps develop and improve the mind.
That is correct. So Valerie, please ask your next question.
My next question is to Julia. So why is a trained mind important?
A trained mind is calm, focused, and always learning.
That is correct. So Chloe, please ask your last question.
So my last question is to Mason D, and it is, why do people practice meditation? People practice meditation to feel better and improve their well-being. Yes, that is correct. And that is all, and thank you for listening.
It is now Ningita and Grace's turn.
Hello, Mingalaba Dhamma class. My name is Narita, and my Buddhist name is Yoga Bali, which means keeper of energy, and I'm from Indiana. Today, my dear friend Grace will be joining me today, so Grace, would you introduce yourself?
Hello, Mingalava. My name is Grace, and my Buddhist name is Kema Bali, which means keeper of security in the mind and body. So, Nita, what will we be talking about today?
Today, we will be talking about what is Panya. But before I begin, could everyone please listen carefully as we'll be asking questions at the end. What is Panya? Panya means wisdom in Buddhism. It is the understanding that helps us see things clearly and know the truth about life. With Panya, we learn to make good choices and avoid problems.
Wisdom helps us understand our own feelings and the feelings of others. It teaches us about kindness and how our actions can affect everyone around us.
Buddha believed that developing Panya is important for a happy and peaceful life. The more we learn and grow in wisdom, the better we can handle life's challenges. Panya helps guide us to live in a way that brings joy to ourselves and those around us. It helps us find the best path to happiness. So we will now be asking questions. So Grace, could you begin?
Sure, and this question is to Maythun, and it is, what does Panya mean in Buddhism?
Panya means wisdom in Buddhism. It helps us see things clearly and understand the truth about life.
That's correct, and Nita, you can ask the next question.
Sure. So Brian, how does wisdom help us?
Wisdom helps us make good choices, understand our feelings, and be kind to others.
Thank you. Grace, would you ask? That was correct. Grace, could you ask your next question?
Sure, and Maythun, why is Panya important for a happy life?
Panya helps us handle challenges and live in a way that brings joy to ourselves and others.
That's correct, Nita, you may ask the last question.
Okay, so Brian, what did Buddha teach about wisdom?
Buddha taught that developing wisdom, panya, is important for finding happiness and peace in life.
That is correct. Thank you, everyone, for listening today.
Thanks for watching.
It is now Alexander, Alante, and Xingling's turn.
Hello, Dhamma class. My name is Alexander, and my Buddhist name is Uju Balat, which means power of honesty. And today, two of my Dhamma friends are going to be with me today. So, Alante, please introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Alante, and my Buddha's name is Rira Bala, and which means brave keeper, and I live in Phoenix, Arizona. And my dear friend, Shilin, can you introduce yourself?
Hello, Mingalaba. My name is Shinki Ling and my Buddhist name is Virabali, which means brave keeper. And I live in Colorado. So Alexander, what will we be talking about today?
Today we'll be talking about kama, and I'll go first. Kama or kan in Burmese means actions done with intention. It follows the law of kama, which is the idea that every action has a result.
Our actions fall into three categories: thoughts, mental action, speech, what we say, and body, what we do. For an action to be considered karma, it must be done with intention. Karma can be either wholesome, good, or unwholesome, bad.
Dhamma doesn't mean our future is fixed. The past affects the present, but we can still change our future. The results of our actions are called vibhaka, consequences, or bala, fruits.
In simple terms, good actions lead to good results, while bad actions lead to bad results. This helps explain why things happen differently for everyone. We'll now be asking questions. So, Shinki, what is kama?
Karma means actions done with intention. It teaches that every action has a result.
That is correct. So, Alante, please ask your first question.
My first question is to Kishing is, what are the three types of action in karma?
Can karma change our future? Oh, wait, the three types of actions are thought, what we think, speech, what we say, and body, what we do.
That's correct. And Shaylin, can you ask your next question?
So my next question is to Shinki. So Shinki, can karma change our future?
Yes, even though the past affects us, we can still change our future by choosing good actions.
That is correct. So Alexander, please ask the last question.
My last question to Kishing and is what happens when we do good or bad actions?
Good actions lead to good results, and bad actions lead to bad results.
That is correct. Thank you for listening.
Thank you for watching. Hello, Mingalaba. My name is Amar, and my Buddha's name is Amadabali, which means keeper of faithlessness, and I live in Texas. Madeline, can you please introduce yourself?
Hello, Mangalaba. My name is Martin. My Buddhist name is Hitabali, which means good keeper, and I live in Texas. So, Amara, what are you going to talk about today?
We're going to talk about what is Gaya Gama. Everyone, please listen carefully because we'll be asking questions at the end. The Bali word Gaya Gama, called Gayaga, in Burmese means bodily actions, which happen through the body. These actions come from the mind, and the body acts them out. The body is like a door through which actions are performed.
Some actions like killing or stealing can be done through speech by giving commands, but they are still considered bodily actions. Bodily actions could be good or bad. There are three bad bodily actions to avoid.
1. Banadibada, killing living beings. 2. Adinadana, taking what is not given, stealing. 3. Gamesu, mijajara, sexual misconduct.
By avoiding these bad actions, we perform good bodily actions, which help us create a peaceful and kind life.
Now we'll be asking questions. My first question is to Think. What does Gaya Gama mean?
Kaya Kama means bodily action, which is action we do using our bodies.
That is correct.
So, Snowy, where do bodily actions come from?
They come from our mind, but our body carries them out.
That is correct.
Think. Think. What are the three bad bodily actions we should avoid?
Killing, stealing, and sexual misconduct.
That is correct.
So, Snowy, why is it important to avoid bad bodily actions?
Avoiding bad actions helps us live a peaceful and kind life.
That is correct.
That is all, and thank you for watching.
It is now the Zindro and Hela turn.
Hello, Minglaba Dhamma class. My name is Desancho, and my Buddhist name is Jana Bali, which means power of concentration. Today, me and a Dhamma friend will be talking about something. So, Hina, could you please introduce yourself?
Hello, Dhamma class. My name is Heinao, and my Buddhist name is Sukabla, which means power of happiness. So, Zincha, what will you talk about today?
We will be talking about the Four Noble Truths. Everyone, please listen carefully because we will be asking a couple questions in the end. I'll start us off. The Four Noble Truths. The Four Noble Truths are essential teachings of Buddhism that explain important things about life and how to find happiness. Here's a simple explanation of the Four Noble Truths for kids.
1. Dukkha, the truth of suffering. Life is made up of many experiences: happiness, sickness, sadness, aging, and change. By looking carefully at our lives, we can understand this truth clearly.
2. Samudaya, the truth of the cause of suffering. Suffering comes from craving, a strong desire or clinging to things, people, or experiences. This craving is a hidden force inside us, causing trouble in this life and in future lives. Because of the craving, we are born again and again. This is the cycle of rebirth. Karma, our intentional actions, is connected to this.
3. Nibbana, the truth of the end of suffering. It is possible to end suffering by letting go of craving. This doesn't mean destroying the self. Rather, it means freeing the mind from the attachment that ties us to the cycle of birth and death. Nibbana is not something that is made. It can be reached by anyone in this very life.
4. Magga, the truth of the path to the end of suffering. To overcome craving, we follow the Noble Eightfold Path. This path has 8 good qualities of mind, working together to remove craving completely. When this is done, the mind is pure, free from passion, and beyond birth and death. That is all, so now we'll be asking questions. Hina, could you please ask the first one?
The first question is for Rebecca, and it is, what is the first noble truth?
Dukkha, which means that life has happiness but sadness as well.
That is correct. So, Kavinja, could you please ask the next question?
My next question is to Cynthia, which is, what causes suffering?
Wanting things too much or clinging to them.
That is correct. Hina, could you please ask the next question?
The next question is for Rebecca, and it is, can suffering end?
Yes, by letting go of craving, the mind becomes free.
That is correct. So, Kavinja, could you please ask the last question?
My last question is for Cynthia, which is, how do we end suffering?
By following the Noble Eightfold Path.
That is correct. That is all. Thank you for listening.
We're now moving on to program number 3, which is choose the correct one out of the given answers by Hank and Himo.
My name is Hank, and my Buddhist name is Sutabala, which means the power of knowledge. Today, I'll be joined by my twin sister. Please introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Hema, and my Buddhist name is Hemapali, which means peacekeeper.
Today, we'll be asking questions to individuals Hazel, Sandy, Lasanda, Wei Yan, William, Kampali, June, Harry, Nyambonte, Brian, Benji, Snowy, Mietno, Diri-san, Maythun, Julia, Juju, Amiet, and Nicole. To start off, Hazel, what does Bhavana mean?
Bhavana means meditation, which helps train the mind.
That is correct. Sandy, what does Bhavana help develop?
Bhavana helps develop and improve the mind.
That is correct. Lasanda, why is a trained mind important?
A trained mind is calm, focused, and always learning.
And that is correct. Wei Yan, what is the first noble truth?
Dukkha, which means that life happiness, but sadness at work.
That is correct. William, what causes suffering?
Wanting things too much or clinging to them.
And that is correct. Kamapali, how do we end suffering?
Um, by following the Noble Eightfold Path.
That is correct. June, what does Kaya Kama mean?
Absent.
Well, the correct answer is it means bodily actions, which are actions we do using our body. Harry, where do bodily actions come from? Well, the correct answer is they come from our mind and our body carries them out. Nimbunte, what are the three bad bodily actions we should avoid?
Killing, stealing, and destroying mid-continent.
That is correct.
Brian, why is it important to avoid bad bodily actions?
It helps us live a peaceful and kind life.
That is correct. Benji, what does bhawana mean?
Absent.
Well, the correct answer is bhavana means meditation, which helps train the mind. Snowy, what does bhavana help to develop?
Bhavana helps develop and improve the mind.
That is correct. Mietno, why is a trained mind important?
A trained mind is calm, focused, and always learning.
That is correct. Theory Sam, what is the first noble truth?
Could you repeat that question again?
What is the first noble truth?
Dukkha, which means that life is happiness but sadness as well.
That is correct. Maythun, what causes suffering?
Wanting things too much or clinging to them.
That is correct. Julia, how do we end suffering?
By following the Noble Eightfold Path.
That is correct. Juju, what does Kaya Kama mean?
Can you repeat that?
What does Kaya Kama mean?
It means bodily actions, which are actions we do using our body.
That is correct. Amia, where do bodily actions come from?
Absent.
Well, the correct answer is they come from our mind and our body carries them out. Nicole, what are the three bad bodily actions we should avoid?
Absent.
Well, the correct answer is killing, stealing, and sexual misconduct. Thank you for listening.
We're now moving on to problem number 4, which is Answer the Questions 1 by Rebecca and Cynthia.
Hello, Dhamma class. My name is Rebecca, and my Buddhist name is Metta Bali, which means keeper of loving kindness. For today's program, my sister Cynthia will be joining me, so can you please introduce yourself? Hello, Dhamma class. My name is Cynthia, and my Buddhist name is Maga Bali, which means keeper of the middle path. The individuals I'll be asking today are Dane, Brian, Midong, Grace, Alexander, Amara, Cindy, Hazel, Shimipe, and Victoria. Dane, please list the 6 dangers of using intoxicants.
1, you could waste all your money. 2, you might argue with friends and family more. 3, it can make you very sick. 4, your reputation might be ruined. 5, you might do embarrassing things in public. 6, your brain might not work as well.
That is correct, thank you. Brian, please recite the first Dhamma Buddha Vachana.
Aneka jati samsaram, sendavisam anibisam, gahakaram gavisanto, dukkha jati punapunam.
That is correct, thank you. Meithong, please recite the third Vachasa Udana.
Yada hawe patu bhavanti dhamma adapina jayato brahmanasa vidupayam titati marasenam suryo va obasaya
Mandaligam.
That is correct. Thank you. Grace, please recite the first Manasa Udana.
Aneka jati samsaram sandavisam anivisam gahagaram gavisando dukha jati punapunam.
That is correct. Thank you. Alexander, please list the 12 causes of Paticca Samuppada in Pali.
1. Avijja. 2. Sankara. 3. Vijnana. 4. Namarupa. 5. Salayatana. 6. Basa. 7. Vedana. 8. Tanna. 9. Upadana. 10. Bhava. 11. Jati. And 12. Jaramarna.
That is correct. Thank you. Amara, please list the 6 dangers of using intoxicants.
1. You can waste all your money. 2. You might argue with friends and family more. 3. It can make you very sick. 4. Your reputation might get ruined. 5. You might do embarrassing things in public. 6. The brain might not work as well.
That is correct. Thank you. May Cindy, please recite the first Patama Buddha Vachana.
Aneka jati kata, aneka jati samsaram, sandavisam anibisam, kahakaram kavesanto, dukkha jati punapunam.
That is great. Thank you. Hazel, please recite the third Vachasa Udana.
Yata have patu pavanti tama atapino jayato brahmanasa vidupayam titati marasenam suryo va obasya mantalikam.
That is great. Thank you. Sumipe, please recite the first Manasa Udana.
Aneka jati samsaram sandavisam anipisam kahakaram gavesanto dukha jati punapunam.
That's correct. Thank you. Victoria, please list the 12 causes of Paticca Samuppada in Pali.
1. Avijja. 2. Sankara. 3. Vijnana. 4. Namarupa. 5. Salayatana. 6. Basa. 7. Vedana. 8. Dana. 9. Upadana. 10. Kama Bhava. 11. Jati. And 12. Jara Marna.
That is correct. Thank you. That is all for our program. Thank you for listening and participating.
We're now moving on to program number 5, which is answer the questions 2 by the Zinjo.
Hello, Mingalaba Dhamma class. My name is Nizanjo and my Buddhist name is Jana Bali, which means power of concentration. Today, I will be asking a few Dhamma friends some questions, so everyone please be ready and prepared. My first question is to Sandy, which is, how do you chant metta meditation on yourself?
Ahem awero homi, apya bajo homi, ani go homi, sukhiyatana pariharami.
That is correct. Thank you. Snowy, how do you chant metta meditation on your parents?
Mama mata pitu avya hantu avya paza hantu anika hantu sukhi athanam parihantu.
That is correct. Thank you. Same thing. How do you chant metta meditation on your relatives and friends?
Natimita cha abeva hantu abhyapaja hantu aneka hantu sukhitana parihamantu.
That is correct. Thank you. Lin Than, how do you chant metta meditation on your Dhamma class?
Ta Brahma Charino Cha Awera Hontu
Abya baja hontu. Aniga hontu. Suki adanam pariharantu.
That is correct. Thank you. Nyambonten, what is Buddhism? Please answer in Pali and English.
Pasa akarna kusalasa upasampada sajita paryoda palam edam bodhana sasana.
That was half correct. You forgot the English part, but I'll let you pass. Lasenda, how do you share the merit you gained with all in Pali and English?
Imam punya bagam sabe satanam bajama. I share this my merit gained with all beings.
That is correct. Thank you. Now, Wei Yan, how do you chant metta meditation on yourself?
Awirahami, Abhyabhajohami, Anigohami, Sukhi Adana Pariharami.
That is correct. Thank you. Mieno, how do you chant metta meditation on your parents?
Mama Mata Bidu, Awirahandu, Abhyabhajohandu, Anigahandu, Sukhi Adana Pariharandu.
That is correct. Thank you. June, how do you chant metta meditation on your Dhamma class?
Absent.
Oh, bye. Nicole, what is Buddhism? Please answer in Pali and English.
Absent.
Oh, bye. That is all, and thank you for listening.
We are now at the end of the Dhamma class, so everyone please put your hands together and recite Buddha Sasanam Chiram Tetitu 3 times. Buddha Sasanam Chiram Tetitu. May the Buddha's teachings last long. Buddha Sasanam Chiram Tetitu. May the Buddha's teachings last long. Buddha Sasanam Chiram Tetitu. May the Buddha's teachings last long. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. That is all. Thank you for coming.
Just